we should talk about drunk birds. What can happen when birds get a little tipsy?
Yeah, there's a lot on the internet. It's been out there for a little while now. From Minnesota, I believe it was. They had a real problem for a while with drunk birds. And they were flying into windows. They were hitting cars. They were falling on the ground and couldn't walk. And a lot of people had no idea what was going on, but it was in fact intoxicated birds. And well, how does that happen? It's berries, several fruits, especially after a frost. These fruits did, and they start fermenting. They just sit there, and the sugars in there start converting over to alcohol. These birds, and it's a lot of birds that just will eat the fruits in the wintertime. Blackbirds, you'll see those do this, and cedar waxwings are especially problematic. And because they love berries, that's what they eat in the wintertime, is all these berries. And if they get enough of them and they happen to be fermented, the birds can have a problem. And you can see on the internet, if you look up drunk birds, you'll see tons of articles and things and pictures about them. Some of them walk around and falling over.
I don't imagine they would fly too well.
They don't fly
drunk.
too well. Yeah. And some people are confused, in fact, thinking they were sick or something. No, they're just drunk. And they will get over it. If you think one's in danger or going to be harmed or you're worried about it, if it's so intoxicated it can't fly, pick it up, put it in a little shoebox or something, or a cardboard box with a cover over it for a while. Give it a couple of hours, then take the cover off and let it fly away. It'll probably be a lot better then. But that'll keep it safe, and nobody will bother it until it sobers up.
Yeah, so this happened in Minnesota, huh?
That's where the news is out of now. But it can happen anywhere. It can happen in the southern states. It can happen in the northern states. It just depends on where the birds get a hold of some fermented berries. And they're not all fermented all the time in the wintertime. It takes special conditions of heat and cold and time, and the berries have to be a certain ripeness. But then if they are, they will ferment. If the birds get enough of them, they will get intoxicated.
So I know you've been around birds and watched birds for years. Have you ever seen drunk birds?
No. I wish I had. I see the pictures, and it's really kind of funny. They're hanging upside down on limbs and things. They're drunk.
Yeah.
So it's kind of comical. But you can see there's a lot of the stories on the internet. And you just look up drunk birds, it's everywhere. Particularly the ones in Minnesota. I think this happens almost yearly up there.
Yeah. And is it usually cedar waxwings that it happens?
It's one of them. Blackbirds and cedar waxwings may be the number one suspects because of what they eat and how much of certain things that they eat.
Yeah, when the cedar waxwings come through here, we'll just notice tons of them, in one tree, and they're just going crazy on eating all those berries. So I can see how.
Yeah, you'll see the cedar waxwings come in a large flock and sometimes hang around for a day or two while they feast on a couple of holly bushes or something. And a few days later, you don't see them, nor do you see the berries anymore. Both are gone.
Yeah.
And so I planted some holly trees just for cedar waxwings.
Did you?
And every year I'll see a few cedar waxwings out there. Usually I'll see 5 to 10, sometimes more. Yeah. And just for 3 or 4 days while they gorge on the berries before they move on.